Hey everyone, it's Ornella Hernandez with Web3 TV, and I'm in Paris for day 2 of Paris Blockchain Week. I'm sitting down here with Favio, who is the head of growth at Corium. How are you today?
Hola, Ornella. I'm doing really well. Happy to be here in Paris. Day 1 was very insightful, so day 2 is looking pretty steady. Lots of people. Exciting.
Yeah, is it your first time at Paris Blockchain Week?
Paris Blockchain Week, yes. Not my first time in Paris, but within the crypto events this year, I gotta say this is a great start of the year. Yeah.
Definitely. I've heard a similar sentiment from most people that I've spoken to, that this is really one of their favorite events. And as we can see, the turnout is amazing. There's so many people here. So I wanted to hear from you guys, what was your mission of being at Paris Blockchain Week?
I think our mission is to, first of all, learn what the innovators are focusing on. Especially being in this conference, I see a lot of people that are building in the same direction. This year, there's a lot of talks about interoperability. So, this industry is very partnership driven, and hence these events are mainly to meet other people that are doing similar things. Maybe they can complement each other. So yeah, very B2B centric in a way. And then our mission is also to educate, in a sense, just get people to know why are we doing what we're doing, why are we using blockchain for settlements, why are we using this. I think that's important, the why.
All right, so networking and all right. So let's talk more about Corium then, and exactly what you guys are trying to do, what it is, and what the vision is there.
So we've been around for around 3 years, I would say. The first project we launched was called Sologenic, which is on the XRPL. And that gives us an experience that I think is very unique, because that was a product, we still have users there. And from that experience, we realized we needed a little bit more programmability on the infrastructure side of things. And that's why we built a layer 1. So Coreum is a layer 1 built on the Cosmos SDK, which makes it interoperable with any other IBC chain. And at the same time, the main feature that we built is smart tokens. So smart tokens, it's a way you can tokenize pretty much anything without having to deploy a smart contract. It's a very lightweight solution that embeds the business logic within the token implementation. I know it sounds a little bit technical, but to summarize it, it's just an easier way to tokenize value.
Okay. And so what's the relationship between Coreum and XRP Ledger, if you can expand on that a little bit?
Absolutely. So I would say there's 2 layers to that. The first one being we just deploy the bridge, two-way communication bridge to XRPL. So you can send any asset from Corium into the XRPL native DEX, traded against other XRP native currencies. And you can do the same vice versa. So you can bring XRPL assets to any Cosmos chain like Osmosis, Noble, Axelar, and Corium, and participate in liquidity pools. This is important because XRPL up until this point has been a silo chain. So now people can put their tokens to work, in a sense. They can do more. They can expand on the DeFi functionalities that are available.
And what other functionalities would you like to see? What other use cases? What kinds of things would you like to see people doing more of?
So with Sologenic, or in general, we focus a lot on tokenization of RWAs, specifically tokenizing, for example, stocks. I think this is functionality that allows us to, for example, program a smart contract in Corium and then handle distribution in the XRPL. So it's cross-chain application development. That's a big vertical that we are, powering and proliferating, even promoting. And the other thing I would say is just creating a more borderless ecosystem where it really doesn't matter where you're building, but that we are building towards the same goal.
Yeah. So interoperability in a way.
Those 2, I would say, tokenization, interoperability. If I would add to a third one, I would say composability, and just like being able to manage liquidity in a more efficient way.
Sure, I've heard that as well from other people. All right, so on the point of tokenization, though, you mentioned that for now, the financial products and services are the most common assets and commodities to be tokenized. But what else would you like? Like, I feel like anything can be tokenized nowadays, not just real estate, not just stocks. I had another guest mention, like, if you're a vegan, you can have a vegan fund or index, a vegan index. Like, I don't know, what would you tokenize if it could be anything?
I think the content, or more specifically, the attention retention metrics that we see online is the most liquid currency that there is in the internet right now, right? Like, we
That's
consume.
what we're doing. We're making content.
Yeah, content is really valuable, and I think content can be a cool asset to tokenize and create markets for, because right now it's pretty much centralized to the big data providers, or big social network, media networks. So that's my opinion. That's a personal opinion. Then I do see the value of tokenizing illiquid assets, like, of course, commodities like gold, for example, carbon credits, and yeah, I mean, sky's the limit when it comes to tokenizing. Like you said, you can tokenize a vegan. You said a vegan fund?
Sorry. You can create a vegan index to track everything vegan.
That's really cool. That's really cool. Yeah.
It's just an example. All right. And so, would you like to live in a fully blockchain-enabled and tokenized world?
I mean, it all comes down how we are transacting value online, right? And I think blockchain allows it to be transparent, you can prove the ownership of every asset. But at the same time, I think I wouldn't like to live in a world where it's just everything's digital, I think there's a way to make this technology interact with the real world in a more frictionless way. It has to do a lot with measuring what we actually, do, where is content, where is data, whether it's reduction of carbon credits or water consumption. I think sustainability, it is a key path, and I think everyone is aligned with that as well. But yeah, I would totally live in a blockchain immersed. Yeah, I would like my bank account and my crypto wallet to be in the same application 100%.
Same.
And avoid double taxation. Like, the benefits are endless on that front. I would love that. Yeah.
Same. That's a good one. All right. Can you tell our audience what's the best way to learn more about Corium and to reach out to you if they have any questions?
Absolutely. So if you want to learn more about Corium, just head over to Corium.com. Pretty easy. I would say at this point, learn as much as you can of any protocol. I'm very, very, very confident that Cosmos specifically and IBC, this very upchain driven ecosystems, like purpose-built chains, it is the future, right? The internet of blockchains. I'm a firm believer of that. So I would just invite everyone to explore a little bit more, explore about the XRPL. It's the go-to for payments. It's been around for 12 years. So yeah, that's what I would say.
Okay, amazing. And last question, since we are in Paris, I wanted to ask, what is your favorite thing and your least favorite thing about being here?
I love the ambience in Paris. I love the fashion. That's part of the ambience too. People know how to dress while here. And the least favorite thing about Paris, nothing to complain, honestly. Maybe that I don't speak French, and people are very adamant about French speaking. So that gets me in trouble a little bit, but it's okay.
Okay. Well, you can practice a little bit while you're here. Well,
Oui. That's all I can say.
okay. Thank you so much for your time today, Fabio.
Thank you, Ornella. Pleasure.
And everyone, go check out Coreum and stay tuned for more interviews.